Welcome to the Elevating Leaders series, where we go beyond the headlines and straight to the people who are redefining InsurTech and business transformation. We've caught up with the visionaries and the pioneers that are currently driving the industry forward, bringing you exclusive insights, strategies, and stories you won't hear anywhere else. If you're ready to go deeper, this is your front row seat to the future of insurance. I'm Miguel Edwards, and this is 5 Minutes.
I want to talk more about that data piece, but you mentioned that stable capacity, and just forgive me for pressing on this. I was in a session yesterday. Nate Golia from Celent was leading a panel around InsurTech investments, particularly in the MGA space. And one of the panelists said, "If you've only got one capacity partner, you're in trouble."
That's a fair assessment. What I would tell you is it is quality of partner. That's where Celent comes in. They understand the business. They also have a five-year commitment of capacity, which is a rare thing, a very rare thing. That all being said, there are opportunities to partner, and our model, we have strong conviction that our model that we're using from a risk management standpoint for multifamily will transport into other asset classes.
Nice.
If you're doing the right thing on the ground, depending upon whatever asset class is, then it's going to be a better risk. And if you're partnering with that owner or that property manager, then it's going to be a better risk. So we have strong convictions that's going to give us opportunities to be able to expand additional capacity in a lot of different ways. But always we work really closely with Accelerant.
Yeah, no, I love that. And that's actually, you actually went right into a space where I was thinking about, which is what is the logical extension of what it is that you're doing going from multifamily, because you obviously have a model that can scale. It's a thought process. So what are you seeing as some of the logical extensions from here?
So they're really, the way I think about building from a ground up startup MGA is how are you durable over time? And that's delivering the value back to your stakeholders. So for my carrier partners, it's delivering underwriting profit. For my brokers, delivering differentiated products that they can go out and sell and win business. And then for our investors, obviously, being able to scale a really profitable business, all of which MGAs are a fantastic capital efficient business. So from that standpoint, what we spent a lot of time this year is thinking about how do we scale this business. And first step was thinking about how do we build an operational platform that it brings efficiencies, leverages different technologies at each touch point. How can we bring additional efficiencies to it? I'll give you a couple of examples. So we leverage geospatial data. We leverage a unique community credit score. We pull property data. We're looking at all those and getting the decision points right in front of our underwriters, so they have the decision points that are right in front of them. So bringing efficiencies. RevUp, who's our strategic partner, both on marketing and also on a strategy standpoint, has been instrumental in helping us think about that.
All right.
But then you talk about how do you diversify in terms of additional programs. And if you look at all the most successful MGAs and program administrators that are out there, they have multiple programs that are across different verticals. It could be different lines of business, could be different classes of business. Our model is operational platform.
Right.
Excellence in differentiated from leveraging data so that we can also bring additional value. That's why we have strong conviction that really helping to shape operational behavior on the ground in a way that's going to mitigate both severity and frequency of claims. That's a recipe that you can drop into any program.
I love that. You know, I'm a technologist, and one of the things that just occurred to me is what you explain is the foundation of application development. When you think about the componentization and the scalability, and how do you start with a particular use case, but you don't paint yourself into a box where that's the only thing that application can do. And then obviously to the extent that you've got data platforms. So I think you've just laid out a really amazing formula for how MGAs need to be thinking about it.
I appreciate that. I would suggest that as an industry, as one of the original data-driven industries, we haven't done enough to be able to leverage that in a way that delivers more value back to our customers. I have a strong conviction, again, going back to operational behavior, that if we're investing in the right owners and they're committed to really creating a safe and resilient property, they can charge more rent.
Right.
They can go back when they do decide to sell. They can go back and this is how my asset has been managed.
Right.
Think of the analogy of a pre-certified owned BMW and one off the lot, one that's pre-certified owned.
Right.
Which one's going to get a higher price?
Yep.
We think that building from the ground up, data driven, analytics will deliver more value, and ultimately that's how we're going to differentiate ourselves and make us durable across as we scale.
Thank you for joining this episode of 5 Minutes. If you've enjoyed our discussion, we'd love for you to share it with anyone else you think might find it interesting. Also, please subscribe on whatever podcast platform you're listening on and hit that bell to stay on top of the game with our practical 5-minute episodes. We look forward to seeing you again next week.